Hi, today I will be speaking on the topic which I've written on, and I will be reciting most of the stuff that I've written originally, and and just comment a little more that I can add on at the moment. So here it is. So the topic is reward. The idea of reward and its understanding is very limited within people. The intuition behind it is that it is something we learn and enjoy, that we earn and enjoy. I mean, but in reality, reward is somehow the single driving force behind people's life. Because can you even picture yourself doing anything without a reward? I bet you can't. An individual always seeks meaning to their life, even if they deny it. Saying no, we're not trying hard, we don't give much fuck about life and philosophy. But all they seek for throughout their life is the way to objectify their purpose. To objectify their purpose. Some find it in luxury, some find it in cars, some may even find it in their family and children. Some might just find it in their children. Human nature is built in a way to always incentivize for their actions, because just uh, how you begin your life, when you begin your life in your childhood itself, you're incentivized for what you do. You're incentivized as a child, like when you're too young, say uh, when you're 2 years old or 3 years old, you just learn. You just learn how to behave, how to act with people on the basis of the reward that your parents are giving. I mean, if a guest comes and you're doing something wrong, and when that guest goes away, you'll be punished. And now that you have been punished, you've learned that this is not very rewarding. This behavior of mine was not accepted. So you formed opinion about that opinion. No, this is not good, just of the fact that you were rewarded badly for that particular deed. And that's how you actually uh, begin to learn. So reward seeking mechanism is the single force driving you to learn, right? So if you know about the AI models as well, the only way that they are able to learn is through reward seeking patterns. These patterns were developed by um, highly qualified engineers and minds of the minds of the technical world. So human nature is built in a way to always incentivize for their action, and having a purpose itself is rewarding, because it is indirectly telling you whatever you're doing is not in vain. You are accumulating an eternal reward. People sometimes, you find religious people, just doing things and living a worse life than other people. Like, they'd be like, when the whole world is partying and all, having fun, what they call fun is, and what they feel fun is, what they're doing is that they're putting on, uh, they're just, working hard on themselves, seeking God, in a way that they feel like that if we do it now, then we'll be rewarded in our afterlife. That is what drives their intentions. That's what driving their actions. Incentive is what drives intentions. Your intentions themselves is a very profound topic which requires special attention. But in short, your intentions are driven by incentives. Your intentions are driven by incentive. For example, uh, when someone is sitting for an interview and he's asked that, what is your vision? Why do you want to come work for our company? I mean, he would on the spot he would say that, oh, I just want to add shareholder value. I see so much value in this company that I can add. I have so many skills that I can which can be used by this company. But fuck off, you're just lying to yourself. It's just that you want to earn, and you've gathered some skills that that company requires, and yes, and you're just there for the money. That's it. That's what driving your actions are. That is what is single-handedly driving your actions, which is money. which is monetary reward. So what is your actual intention behind seeking that reward? Your intention is to live an easy life. You may call it easy, but it certainly isn't. And your intentions can be to, just to survive at times, and to keep up, to be looked upon in society, and to be uh, just to fit in, really. That may be one of your intentions. I mean, intention itself is a very profound topic, as I said. um, there are many layers to human intention, which I'll be reading it further. So whatever your actions may be, but it's only your intentions that matter. I mean, one can always argue that if you're doing good for the world, I mean, you've been a good boy throughout your life, you've been a good man. But you've been a good man throughout your life, or I mean, just as if you've seen the series called Detectives, Dust Cole in that series says a dialogue, "My brother, if someone is being good just so that they can be uh, rewarded in the afterlife, or they're waiting for some eternal life, or they're ethically on the core, they're just not good. They're selfish, they're self-driven, they're not motivated for the cause. I mean, they're not doing it for the love of the game, they're just doing it for themselves." Um, so yeah, that's what it is. So I mean, your intentions can be dissected into many, many layers, some even unknown to oneself. These intentions are driven by incentives. As I told you, your intentions will be driven by your incentives. I mean, the incentives that you want to seek, and your intentions finally drive your action. So it can be said that it is these incentives that are truly binding you, or this is what you call the drive or the reward that we're seeking. This incentive is the eternal reward, or uh, the good ending that we're waiting for in the end after working all that hard. That is what your incentive is really in life. I mean, not just in a very surface level, but also on a philosophical level. Incentive is and will be the reason to drive your life, and that is the truth. You cannot deny it. You may refrain from it, you may avoid it for a while, but it will one day catch up to you that the only thing that was driving you was your incentives, and the only thing that was binding you was your incentives. The things that you wanted to seek, the desires that you had. It is the reward what differs us all, or it is the intentions. You guessed it right. It is the intentions. Your intentions are a reflection of your being, and your being is what you seek. It's just fascinating if you think about it. Your intentions are the reflection of your being, and your being is what you seek through rewards, seek through incentives. And how do you develop those incentives? Can you imagine a person without any incentives? Franz Kafka is a great philosopher. He once wrote in his book, he said that I am nobody to no one, and that is my greatest freedom. That profoundly means that the fact that he is not related, or he just doesn't want to associate with anyone, he does not have to play a role to anyone, or he does not have to you know conduct himself in a way to other people. He just can be whatever he is. That is the greatest form of freedom that he can have. And that's what Jain philosophy has always said. The Jain philosophy has always said that uh, to find your purest form, and the purest form does not seek reward. The purest form does not seek desires, it does not have them. The purest form just concludes that all you ever needed was yourself, and what you were chasing behind is just not you. This eternal chase will never end, and you will be on the losing side always, because as one of my great idols, Sanjeev Goda, said once that there are millions and million things happening around you, and just to think that one or two went my way, and to conclude that I am in control, that is a very stupid and pathetic thing to think so, because you simply cannot control the world. What you can control is your desires. What you can control is how you think. What you can control is your intentions. As I said, you are never rewarded for your actions. Rather, you'd be always rewarded for your intentions. Now, I will try to speak slowly so that I can articulate my thoughts better. But I'm also afraid that I'm running out of time and your fried uh, dopamine receptors are not keeping up. But in the end, they have to keep up, man. I mean, if they won't, what's the point? Can we just not sit for 10 minutes and think about what we are? Stop being driven by the rewards and the incentives for 1 minute, you know? Stop running around mindlessly. There's a saying that uh, growth without purpose is the single most driving, is the philosophy of a cancer cell. Like the cancer cell grows and grows without thinking of the consequences. It's the the whole purpose of a cancer cell is just to expand, just to reproduce, and just to grow. That's it. But the day, I mean, if and if you're just running around like a cancer cell without thinking why we're running around like this, what are we being driven by, and what are we seeking really, then you really are a cancer cell. You really are not alive. I can conclude that for sure. Just to make you feel alive, I mean, uh, you should be reflective. That's the whole point. That's what Jainism says. Jiva, Jiva, which is Jeev, um, is the one who can reflect on their actions, the one who can think of who they are, and the one who can conclude that we just don't want to run in this race. We just don't want to endlessly seek this reward. We just don't want it. Stop gathering things you do not need. That's it for today. Thank you very much.